It's Friday and I should be headed to West Virginia, but instead I got myself roped into a bee job. There was bees in a tree and it sounded like the lady was desperate, so I volunteered to help. So I'm headed out there, and the skies on this side look beautiful, but skies on that side look a little bit scarier. Yesterday I went to visit and the tree was hung up in another tree and the bees were about 15 feet off the ground. I mean, this is a giant tree, so the tree guys got to bring that tree to the ground so I could cut it open and get the bees out of it. The reason I was there was because the tree guys would not touch the tree because there was bees in it. So I left them a bee suit and I told them that if any other guys would be willing to wear the suit, then they could get the tree apart and get it down, and then I could come and remove the bees. So that's where I'm headed now. They came and they did that this morning, and now it's, I just got out of work and here I go off to do some more work before going up to West Virginia and doing some more work. It just never ends, does it? I'll be working like this till the day I die, until the day it kills me. So this is it. Yesterday, everything was sitting about that angle, which put the problem at the top of this redbud tree, which I wasn't able to even get to. I was up on a ladder just to look at it, and from that I could determine that the colony occupied this area here, where there's a longitudinal crack somewhere along the tree. Oh geez, look at this, girls. But this tree was not in the best condition, not a healthy tree. I don't know if you can see in there, but homeowner said that the bee guys had taken some honey out of here already, but I don't know how they would have done that. This is the only opening at the back of the tree. Or maybe they reached in there and got some. Who knows? Right on schedule. Here comes the rain. Stirred up the whole colony with my chainsaw. Sweating like sin, but I think the rain has passed, so I got that going for me. Like this is not the colony here. I think the colony is further up there. Maybe look at that. That's just brood there. And the rain's back. In case anybody ordered some rain. It's here now. It showed up. This is a big colony. I mean, you've got brood extending far up that way and brood down here. And I guess it's as deep as the log is open. Where's Mr. Ed when you need him? Show up with a big old grin and put me in a good mood. Help me take care of some of these bees by the grace of God. I might have to take off another chunk of this. I think I'm going to get some of the numbers under control first. Beautiful, beautiful colony. Relatively dry though, I don't see a lot of honey. Must be that time of year. Time to start vacuuming bees. Keep looking out for the queen. Although I can't imagine I didn't saw her into pieces. There's no way to escape that saw going in there. Lord, bees that are just being born into this colony right now. You poor, poor things. Just going off what I've seen the other guys do, you know, the big boys on the big boy YouTube. Laying a frame down, cutting around it. Let's try 2 hands. Some hives have small hive beetles. These have large small hive beetles. Look at the size of that monster. Look at this. That is worm castings. I'm gonna put it down this homeowner's garden. I mean, that is 100% worm castings. See that earthworm? They're worms living 20 feet up in this tree. This is a miracle. That should fertilize your garden, madam. And it doesn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. It keeps coming. Oh man, that's nice stuff. Wish I brought a bucket for this. I don't know if there's a lot of honey in here, but there's a lot of worm castings. Beetle mania. This is a very beetle hive. Maybe they're living in some type of symbiosis, I don't know, but I've never seen them like this. And it's comb after comb like this. That one's particularly bad, but holy moly, look at that. I almost don't want to frame stuff like that up, you know, I'm not taking that to my yard. I found one comb with brood on it in this hive. Bees hatching right there, and that's it. Maybe enough to fill in the rest of this frame, and it was badly mutilated by the fall, and all the rest is honey, and it's still going. It's deep in there. Go ahead and put this in my box. Not a lot of good it's gonna do me. I think I'm just taking bees away from here. I have not found the queen. I doubt it's likely that she could have survived both falls and all the sawing, but you know, it's not a high probability. And I haven't really been careful looking for her. I'm kind of just digging out the comb at this point. It's getting late. I can't be here tomorrow, and it's really not going to turn into a hive. I just need to get the bees out of this log so that the gentleman can continue the job. I've really gotten the numbers down by vacuuming, and I thought I was in control of it, but man, there are a huge number of bees still inside of here. I think this is the top of it. So the colony went from deep in this area all the way up here. This was all honey storage, as you can see, and then here is finally the top of it. And as I was making this cut, my saw ran out of saw juice, so I'm kind of stranded here until I can get some more gas. And it sure is getting dark. Look at that nice pink sunset. I just got my ears stapled to my bee suit by a bee. Ha ha ha. I finished up that job getting those bees out of that tree around 10 o'clock, and it was dark and I was tired, so I didn't film anymore. I dumped them into this top bar hive, and I just came out to make sure they had some good food. I've been feeding their honey back to them in a quart jar at a time. And as soon as I approached the hive, I found this. It looks like they're ready to take off. So I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for the queen. Maybe I can catch her and just bank them back in here again. I don't have high hopes for this colony. I wasn't really, I wasn't in any position to take these bees at the time that I got the call. I didn't really have any open hives. This one just sort of happened to be here. I didn't really consider this a viable hive, but I thought I'd give them a chance. I didn't even know if I was going to get the queen, but I apparently sucked her up in the bee vac. So yeah, I don't have high hopes for this. These were really dirty bees. They had more mites and beetles than I'd seen in any colony ever, which doesn't say a lot for an inexperienced beekeeper like me, but there was just a lot of them, and I didn't think that gave good hope for the survival of the colony. Plus, like I said, I just needed to get the bees out of there. That was my only job, not make a new colony. There she is. This weird ball of bees down here. They're killing her. Where'd she go? There she is. Look at the bottom on that queen, but look at the lack of health of that queen. Yeah, well, like I said, I wasn't trying to replace a hive in my yard. I wasn't trying to get bees. I knew that a completely displaced colony with no comb and no brood wasn't going to do very well, so I did I did what I thought I could do without expending too much energy and being super crazy about saving a dirty hive. But dude, they were shocking her. She's like halfway to hell right now. I don't know. I give up on this one. I got 3 other colonies and way more things to do than worry about one bee colony. I know it sounds heartless and cruel. How could you when the bees are so endangered? But really, for real, what would I do? I mean, I'd just be putting them on life support, keeping them alive. I'm already feeding them their food back to them, but they've not built any comb to put it in. It's the middle of August. Yeah, done making excuses. Sorry, bees, didn't work out.